EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, let's go! Cut! 3-15! Hey! Short team, 14.
Now Wilson on first down and avoids the contact by sliding. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3.
Check 15, check 15.
And his throw is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's third and short.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Wilson now to throw on third down. Forced out to his left. He's going to look deep, and that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early,
and he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Screen 80. And let's pin the mirrors back and go.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson steps away. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. This is Carson, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a give, right side. It's Carson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Second down and goal. Wilson. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Myers' kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And Matthews has it right side. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Jim. Check. Check, hot route. Hot. Check 3. Hey, alert. Block it.
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Cut. No ball. Hey, box truck. Mike 52.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Check. Switch it. Come on, switch it. No ball. Mike 51. Mike 44.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener. Adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
No. Jack 16. 50.
Hey, Delta.
51, Mike. Mike 51. All day, pump.
Check.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. Are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Carson, and forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he's got Lockett. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Hey, 0-0-0.
Now it's Wilson. Over the middle here to Brown. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Flush to his right. This is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Easy. 54. Mike 54. Let him know. Let him know. Check three. Shift. Check 37. Check 37.
They'll go with Snell here on first down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, Heavy.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
We're not. Black 20. 52's the mic. Come on, G. Shift. Watch twist. Double bump. Switch.
Trying to get the first with Samuels. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 31 yards there and a first down. They only needed a couple, but the blocking was good. And, of course, you can't tamp him down when he gets past that line of scrimmage.
No, and guess what? Not only were they physical at the point of attack, they executed so well. That's what you have to do in short yardage situations. Everyone has to be in the right spot, taking on a defender to give him the chance that they did, and he took full advantage of it.
On first down, Snell. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Seahawks 19-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
Check. Rush in. What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up? Flash, what's up?
On 2nd down, it's Snell. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Tighten up.
Here's Snell on third down. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Alert, alert! Mike 51, Mike 51.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson with his first career NFL touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Next to score, Seahawks 10, Steelers 7.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Roethlisberger eluding the pressure right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Both of them. Check 9, check 9. Switch.
Snickers, 66. Hey, alert.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson. As the first half is winding down, and the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. So it shifts past him.
Let's go.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They'll run on first down. Snell, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 more on that one and another first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Like 80.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Black one.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Bud Dupree coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Wilson, and off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Josh Jones in on the stop. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Hey. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Slam.
On 2nd down now, Snell, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Like 5. 54. Solid, 5 down.
Check 52. Hey, check 24. Check.
World. Bravo.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Night, sweetheart.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Wilson to throw again. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Hey, watch this, watch this.
He's crashed.
Take two of them.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. He's got a first down past the 30. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Alert, alert.
Safety's creeping. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Check it.
Focus, focus. Back and turn.
Snell on the shotgun handoff. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
180.
Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go. It's coming. Hey, we heavy on the edges.
Eight.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Take both of them.
Man out. Check three. Shift. Watch the shift.
Quarter.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Going deep for Moncrief. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Dante Moncrief. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Extra score, Steelers 28, Seahawks 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Wilson flushed out right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now Wilson on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Touch Missy, touch Missy.
To throw again, Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for. 3rd down here. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now Wilson. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Gary Jennings, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number.
And he lost the football. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work. Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. Shit.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. Going deep to the end. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal, don't necessarily. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. 18. You ain't doing nothing today. Watch twist.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Good job right there. Mike, 55, right there.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Ready? 180. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Woo! Double. Wide, get wide. Whip.
On first down, Snell. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Benny Snell, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
14, buddy.
On third down, Wilson. Flush to his right. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's another first down for Seattle. They're stringing some good plays together in the passing game. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Here's Wilson to throw. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Cameron Hayward picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. To throw is Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. Wilson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They have gone final now in Cincinnati, and it's now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Bengals. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year.
Set! Who's 30?
Mike 54. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Why are they touching?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Pick the edge, pick the edge. Go, go.
Jack 16.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Heat these two.
Back.
Roethlisberger going to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the...
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Dante Moncrief with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. And the Lions have scored again, widening their lead even further. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And the ball is knocked out. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Pittsburgh, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.